Okay, today we are going to discuss about the chimney, economizer and air preheaters. Okay, these are the very important topics in the thermal power station or the steam power plant. Okay, first coming to the chimney, what is meant by the chimney? Okay, it is used to disposal of the smoke or the hot flue gases from the thermal power plant or the steam power plant. Okay, that is the main important of the chimney. Okay, it is a vertical type chimney and it will be designed by the steel or the bricks. Okay, it is made with steel or the bricks. Okay, the important consideration for that chimney is that it is used to disposal of the hot flue gases or the waste flue gases and smoke from the steam power plant. Okay, this is the design or the consideration for the chimney. Okay, this is the constructional structure for the chimney and it is made by using the steel or the bricks. Okay, the lifetime of that chimney is the about 50 to 100 years. Okay, the lifetime of the chimney is about 50 to 100 years. Okay, in the thermal power station, the chimney forms the main important role in the consideration. Okay, in the thermal power plant, the chimney forms the main important consideration. Okay, this is the diagram, schematic diagram for the chimney, and by using this chimney we dispose the ash or the flue gases. Okay, it is a vertical structure and it is made or designed by the steel or the bricks. Okay, these chimneys are sometimes known as the stacks. Okay, STACKES. Okay, sometimes it is also known as the stacks. Okay, these are always in the vertical to ensure the hot gases flow smoothly. Okay, by using this chimney, we remove the some flue gases or the hot flue gases in the steam power plant. Okay, generally in the case of a large unit, that means the large power plants are the large size of steam power plants, we are using the large quantities of chimneys. Okay, about 50 years for the lifetime of these chimneys. Okay, this will be made by using the steel materials or the bricks. Okay, this is the constructional design of the chimney. The important consideration for the usage of this chimney is the removal of the hot flue gases from the steam power plant. Okay, what is the input for that chimney? It is mainly the flue gases. Okay, that will be delivered by the boilers. Okay, the flue gases will be delivered by the boilers after complete combustion of the coal. Okay, after complete combustion of the coal, some hot flue gases will be delivered. Okay, that hot flue gases will be flowing through the economizer. After that hot flue gases will be flowing through the air preheaters, and also that waste of hot flue gases will be coming out from the chimneys. Okay, this is the main consideration for the usage of the chimney. This is the constructional device for the chimney. Okay, it will be made by the steel or the bricks. Okay, that chimney is made by the bricks or the steel. Okay, this is the diagram for that chimney. Okay, it is a structure that provides the ventilation for the hot flue gases or the smokes. Okay, or the smokes from the hot flue gases or the Okay, it is in the vertical structure. It provides the ventilation for the hot flue gases or the smoke from the boilers outside the atmosphere. Okay, this chimney is in the vertical structure. Okay, this is the always in the vertical structure. Okay, it will be designed by using the bricks or the steel materials. Okay, it will be designed by the vertical in structure, and it is made by the steel or the bricks. Okay, these chimneys are typically vertical and it will be constructed steel or the bricks. Okay, the bricks chimney lifetime is more than about 50 years. Okay, while designing the chimney by usage of these bricks, the lifetime is the more than 50 years. And you are using the steel material as the chimney, then that lifetime will be reduced. Why? Because means that the steel having the the steel material will be damaged for the usage of the long time, then it will be only used about the 15 years. Okay, this is the basic construction and design or working of the chimney in the steam power plant or the thermal power plant. Okay, next one is the economizer. Okay, what is the very important consideration for that economizer is the inputs for that economizer is the flue gases and the water. Okay, the inputs for that economizer is the flue gases and the water. Okay, when we are giving the water to that economizer by the condensers, okay, the input of that water is coming out of the condensers. Okay, that condenser take the water from the river or the canal. Okay, by combination of this water and the hot flue gases, then the economizer gives the hot water. Okay, that will be given to the boiler. Okay, this is the basic construction or design for that economizer. Okay, this is the basic constructional diagram for the economizer. Okay, these are the various vertical plates, and these vertical plates are connected in series. Okay, these vertical plates are connected in one by one. Okay, at the bottom of this economizer we are flowing the gases. Okay, at the bottom of this economizer we are flowing the gases, and the water will be coming to the water will be coming in the top position, and the water will be coming from the top position. Okay, then the water will be flowing through these tubes, and then this water is flowing like this by using these pipes. Okay, the water will be flowing by using these pipes. Okay, while water will be flowing through these pipes in the top position, and the gas will be flowing in that bottom position. Okay, after combination of these gases and the water in these tubes, both will be combined to each other, and then we obtaining the hot water. Okay, that will be coming out from the down. Okay, water out. Okay, this is the hot water coming out of from this economizer. Okay, after the complete operation of this economizer process, then that hot flue gases will be going out of this economizer. Okay, then it will be given to the air preheater. Okay, then it will be given to the air preheaters. Okay, these are the vertical plates. That vertical plates are connected like this. Okay, these are the vertical parallel plates that will be connected like this. Okay, this is the pipe connection for this vertical plate and this vertical plate, and this is the pipe connection for that this vertical plate and this vertical plate, and this is the pipe connection for that vertical plates. Okay, these are the various vertical plates. Okay, when we are passing through this water to these vertical plates, and then we are giving the hot flue gases in these plates. Okay, after flowing these hot flue gases to these tubes, then by we are coming out the hot water. That hot water will be flowing like this. Okay, then after complete operation of this economizer, that hot gases is move away from the economizer. Okay, that will be given to the air preheater. Okay, these pipes are named as the fines. Okay, these pipes are named as the fines. Okay, this is the overall structure for that economizer. Okay, this is the diagram for the economizer. Okay, this is the overall rectangular diagram. This rectangular consisting of the number of tubes are vertical plates. Number of fines are the number of vertical plates. Okay, that plates are to be combined by using these pipes. Okay, that plates are combined by using these pipes. Okay, after connection of these vertical plates, we are giving the input to this economizer, that is the gas inlets, and then the water is flowing like this in the top position of this economizer. After flowing of this water and the gas in the vertical tubes, then both will be combined to each other, and then that hot water will be coming out from that economizer, and then it will be given to the boilers. After complete process of this economizer operation, that hot gases will be delivered from this top position of the economizer, top part of this economizer. Okay, this is the overall structure for that economizer. Okay, the economizer is a device which recover the heat from the flue gases. Okay, by using the economizer, we combine the flue gases and the water. Okay, and their way through the chimneys rises the temperature of the feed water or the air. Okay, after complete the combination of these flue gases and the water, then we obtain the hot water. That hot water will be given to the boilers. Okay, by using this economizer, we rises the boiler efficiency. Okay, that is up to 10 to 12 percentage. Okay, by using this economizer, we increase the efficiency of that boilers, that is up to 10 to 12 percentage. Okay, up to 10 to 12 percentage. Okay, the 15 to 15%, 5 to 15 percentages reduces the temperature structure. Okay, while using these economizers, we increase the overall efficiency of the thermal power plant, and the stress of that boiler will be reduced by using these economizers. Okay, the economizer tubes are made up of steel. Okay, these are the various tubes are the fines. These fines are made by using the steel materials. Okay, these fines are tubes are made by the steel material. Okay, steel either smooth will be fine to increase the heat transfer surface area. Okay, by using this steel material of that fines, then we increase the temperature. Okay, that's why we are using the steel as the fine tubes. Okay, the tubes are arranged in the parallel. Okay, the tubes are connected in the parallel like this. Okay, this is the parallel connection of these vertical tubes. Okay, are connected in parallel continuous loops. Well, the horizontal tubes connected to their ends. Okay, that horizontal tubes are connected by the ends. Okay, we are using the some pipes that will be connected to the fines or the tubes. Okay, these types of economizer are called as the straight tube or the return braided economizer. Okay, this type of economizers is known as the straight tube or the return tube of economizers. Okay, this is the overall design and the construction of the economizer. Okay, these are the fine steel vertical tubes. Okay, that tubes are connected by in the parallel connection. Okay, these tubes are connected in the parallel connection. Okay, at the bottom of these tubes we are giving the gas inputs, and at the top of these tubes are the fines. We are connecting the water inlets. Okay, while that water will be flowing like this, The water will be flowing like this by all the fine tubes, and the gas also will be flowing like this for that all the fine tubes. Okay, by using these hot flue gases, these tubes, steel tubes are the vertical tubes are heated. While passing these heated steel tubes, by that water also will be heated, then the water will also be heated. Okay, that is the operation of the economizer. Okay, this type of constructional economizers is known as the straight tube or the return tube economizer. Okay, this type of economizers are also called as the straight tube or the return tube economizers. Okay, the name itself, it is called as the straight tube or the return tube economizers. Okay, next coming to the air preheaters. Okay, what is the input for that air preheaters? That is the flue gases, and the some amount of air will be draft by using the air draft fan. Okay, that is the cool air. By combining of this cool air and the hot flue gases, then it will be converted into the hot air. Okay, after complete the operation of that economizer, then that flue gases will be flowing through the air preheaters. Okay, the inputs for that air preheaters are the flue gases and also the air. Okay, that air will be coming in from the air preheaters by using the forced draft fan. Okay, in the force, by using that forced draft fan, the natural air will be coming to the air preheaters. That natural air will be combined to the that natural air will be combined to the flue gases. Okay, after combination of these flue gases and the natural air, then the total air, hot air will be produced. Okay, that hot air will be going to the boiler again. Okay, what is the inputs for that boilers? That is the output of the economizer and also the output of the air preheaters. Okay, both will be given to the inputs of that boilers and also the coal. Okay, after complete the process of that boiler, then again we are producing the some amount of heat energy. Okay, by using the air preheaters, we improve the efficiency of a thermal power plant. Okay, and also we reduce the stress for that boilers, and also we increase the efficiency for that steam power plants by using the air preheaters, superheaters, and also the economizers. Okay, these are the various equipments are used for increasing the efficiency and also reducing the thermal stress for the boilers. Okay, by using these various equipments, we improve the efficiency of a thermal power plant and also the reduce the thermal stress of the various thermal stress of the boilers. Okay, then what are the types are there in the case of a air preheaters? Are the recuperative type and also the regenerative types. Okay, these are the two types in the case of a air preheaters. Okay, the output of the air preheater is the hot air. Okay, the output of the air preheater is the hot air. How the hot air will be coming out from this air preheaters means that this is the first recuperative type of the air preheaters. Okay, these are the various plates are the fines. Okay, these are the vertically designed plates. Okay, by using these vertically designed plates, we are giving the air in the bottom of these plates and also the gas in the top of the gas in the bottom of the tubes. Okay, by the combination of that gas and the air, then the output of these air preheaters are the hot air. Okay, that hot air will be going out of from that air preheaters, and this will be input for that boilers again. And also this is the input for the boilers. Okay, this is the gas outlet, and this is the air input, and this is the gas in, and these are the air outputs. Okay, these are the vertical plates. Okay, that vertical plates are connected like this. Okay, while giving the hot flow gases to these vertical plates, then these vertical plates are also heated. Okay, by giving the air to these vertical plates, by combination of these hot that air will be going from these vertical tubes or the vertical plates, then already these plates are in the very hot by using the by flowing of these hot flow gases. Okay, by the combination of these hot flow gases and the air, then we are developing the hot air, or then we are producing the hot air. Okay, that hot air will be given to the boilers again, then that hot air will be given to the boilers again. Okay, these are the various vertical plates. Okay, this is the plate 1, plate 2, plate 3, plate 4, plate 5. Okay, when we are giving the flue gases to these plates, then automatically the flue gases will be flowing like this. Okay, then by flow of these flue gases, that plates are heated. Okay, that plates are heated. After that, we are flowing the air to this flue, these plates. Then by flow of this air, um, then that air will be converted into the hot air. Okay, this hot air will be given to the boiler again. Okay, this is the recuperative type of air preheaters. Okay, by using these air preheaters, we improve the efficiency of a steam power plant or the thermal power plant. Okay, next one is the air preheaters are employed for the recovery of the heat from the flue gases, leaving the economizers and heats and incoming air required for the combustion. Okay. Okay, this raises the temperature. By using the air preheaters, we increase the temperatures. Okay, these air preheaters have the less maintenance cost and occupies the very small space. Okay, this type are divided. These are divided into recovery type and regenerative type of the air preheaters. Okay, these are very compact in the size, and it occupies the very less space and provides the enormous amount of heat surface. Okay, what is the main use of these air preheaters are the we are developing the hot air. Okay, why? Because we are developing the hot air, that means we improve the efficiency of a thermal power plant, and also reduce the stress for the boiler, and also we reduce the usage of the coal. Okay, we reduce the usage of the coal. Okay, that are the main reasons for the usage of these air preheaters. Okay, by using these air preheaters, mainly we are improving the 5 to 10 percentage of efficiency by usage of these air preheaters, and also reduce the stress of the superheaters, and also reduce the stress of the boilers. Okay, that is the recuperative type of the air preheaters. Okay, this type of heaters have the two fluids, okay, are separated by the heat transfer surface. Okay, by using this recuperative type of air preheaters, we are separating the heat surface and the air. Okay, the heat surface is the low in that plate type. Okay, by using this rectangular plate type, the heat surface will be very low. Okay, that's why we are using the regenerative type. Okay, by the movement of the air and the gas in the plates, the hot air will be moved out and the top of the plates, and gas will be moved out in the bottom of the plates. Okay, what is the output for that a recuperative type of the air preheater means the hot air. Okay, the output of this type of that air preheaters are the hot air. Okay, that hot air will is the input for that boilers, and the wastes for this air preheaters are the hot flue gases. Okay, that flue gases will be coming out or go out from the chimneys. Okay, that flue gases are go out from the chimneys. Okay, this is the construction for that recovery type of the air preheater. Okay, this is the constructional diagram for the recuperative type of the air preheaters. Okay, what are the inputs for that air preheaters? The flue gases and also the air. Okay, the input for that air is the output of the forced draft fans. Okay, by using these forced draft fans, that air will be coming out from the um, forced draft fan. Okay, by using this forced draft fan or the combination of this air and the gas outlets, then we obtain the hot air. Okay, that hot air will be coming to the air preheaters, then it will be given to the boilers again. Okay, by using this air preheaters, we improve the efficiency of a thermal power plant or also the steam power plants. Okay, next second type is the regenerative type of the air preheaters. Okay, regenerative type of the preheater means that in that we are using the rotor. Okay, this is the rotor. Okay, this is the constructional diagram. This is the constructional diagram for that regenerative type. Okay, it consists of the rotor in this place in the down, which have been divided into the two comparators. Okay, these are the two comparators. Okay, this is the comparator 1 and also this is the comparator 2. At the bottom of this regenerative type, we are giving the gas input. Okay, at the bottom of this regenerative type, we are giving the gas inputs, and these are the seals, and then we are using the rotor. Okay, this is the shaft of that rotor, and the output is the gas outlets. Okay, that gas outlets is coming out from the by using the chimneys, and this is the air inlets. Okay, while giving that air and the gas into this regenerative type of air preheaters, by the rotation of this shaft of that rotor, then automatically the gas and the air will be combined to each other, then the output will be hot air, then the output will be hot air. Okay, by using the or the by the rotation of this shaft, then the air and the gas outlets are combined, both are combined to each other, then the output of this regenerative type of air preheaters are the hot air. Okay, this is the constructional diagram. Then this cylinder will be divided into two parts. This is the top portion and this is the bottom portion. Okay, in that bottom portion we are giving the gas inputs and the uh, air outputs, gas inputs and the air outputs. Okay, at the top position we are using the rotor and the shaft. Okay, and the top position we are giving the inputs are the air inlets and the gas outlets. Okay, by while entering this air into the top position of this regenerative type of the air preheaters, while rotating this shaft by using this rotor, that is the 3 to 4 rpm, that is very low speed, by rotation of this shaft the air and the gas are combined to each other, then the output will be air outs, then the output is the air outs. Okay, by using this output of that air that is the hot air. Okay, that hot air will be given to the boiler again. That hot air will be given to the boiler again. Okay, this is the regenerative type. By using this regenerative type, we are producing the exact output or the exact hot air from this air preheaters. Okay, this is the more convenient method while compared to the recovery type of air preheaters. Okay, by using this regenerative type method, in that we are using the rotor. Okay, by using this rotor, we combine the air and the gas are combined together, and then we obtain the hot air will be delivered easily. Okay, it consists of a rotor displaced in the down, which has been divided into two comparators. Okay, this is the two comparators, that is air and the gas, to avoid the leakage from the one comparator to the other seals. Okay, these are the seals. By using these seals, that gas and the air will be entered. Okay, by using these seals. Okay, these are the seals. Okay, by using these seals, the gas inlets and the air outlets are entered together. Okay, this rotor rotates at a very slow speeds. In that case, the rotor will be rotated at a very low speeds. Okay, that is 3 to 4 rpm. Okay, in that case, the rotor will be rotated at 3 to 4 rpm speed. At very low speeds, that rotor will be rotated. After rotation of this rotor, the air and the gas will be combined to each other. Okay, therefore the rotor eliminates are heated. Okay, the rotor eliminates are heated by the flue gases in their zones, and they transfer the sheets to the air. Okay, and they transfer to the sheets to the air. Okay, this is the regenerative type of the air preheaters. Okay, the main use of this regenerative type of air preheaters are the improving the thermal efficiency and reducing the stress in the boilers, and reducing the stress for that boilers, and also improving the thermal efficiency. Okay, these are the main advantages for the usage of that air preheaters, economizers, and the superheaters. Okay, by using these components in the thermal power plant or the steel power plant, we increase the efficiency of the thermal power plant, and also we reduce the uh, stress of the boilers, and also we reduce the usage of the coal combustion. Okay, then we increase the efficiency of a overall thermal power station by using these air preheaters, economizers, and also the air and also the superheaters. Okay, these are the various components for increasing the thermal efficiency of a steam power plant. Okay, when compared to the recovery type, the regenerative type of the air preheaters are the more advantages. Okay, then compared to the regenerative type. Why? Because it gives the more advantages. That means that in that we are using the rotor. Okay, by the rotation of that rotor, we combinedly gas and the air each other, then we are the output of this rotor is the air, that is the hot air. Okay, that hot air will be given to the input of that boiler again. Okay, then overall the efficiency of that power plant will be increases. Okay, when compared to the recovery type, the regenerative type gives the more advantages. Okay, this is the compact and have the less space. Okay, and this is the size of this regenerative type of the air preheaters are the very less when compared to the recovery type. Okay, in the case of the recovery type, we are using the number of vertical plates or the number of vertical steel plates. Okay, by usage of these vertical steel plates, the size of these air preheaters are increased. Okay, that's why we are using the recovery type of air preheaters. We are using the regenerative type of the air preheaters. Okay, by using this regenerative type, yeah, we give the more advantages when compared to the recovery type. Okay, in that the rotor speed is about 3 to 4 rpm only. The speed of the rotor is about 3 to 4 rpm only. Okay, these are the various equipments for increase the thermal efficiency. We increasing the stress, we are reducing the stress for the boilers by using the economizers, air preheaters, and also the superheaters. Okay, after complete the operation of these air preheaters, economizers, some flue gases will be delivered. Okay, that flue gases will be going away from the steam power plant by using these chimneys. Okay, that flue gases is going out from that chimneys by using these chimneys. Okay, this is the construction for that chimney. By using this chimney, after complete the operation of these economizers and the air preheaters and also superheaters, some amount of the hot flue gases will be delivered. Okay, that hot flue gases will be going out from that going out from the chimney by going out from the chimney. Okay, this is the construction for the chimney. Okay, by using these various equipments in the power station, we improve the efficiency, thermal efficiency of a steam power plant or the thermal power plant. Okay.